Welcome back now to Pudsey Bowling Club for the final of the 2014 handicap between Greg Smith from the West Brom Bowling Club and James Wilcox from Crossgates. Smith won the toss and led out. Smith left-handed, Wilcox right-handed. With me in the commentary box is the legend that is Mick Smith and Mr. Pudsey, Stuart Hanson. Stuart, what do you make of the night so far?
It's been good, Mike. It's been good. We've been lucky with the weather, which has helped us. Kept a few people away, which I'm a bit disappointed about. But the ones who have been here have enjoyed some good bowling. And two lads in the final, two young lads. Jimmy Wilcox is a regular player at Pudsey in leagues, and he always bowls the green well. One of the best local players, and like I say, he's a thorn in Pudsey's side when he plays across gates. He generally wins against our lads on here. And Greg lost one game in 2 years now, so phenomenal. Should be a good final.
Thanks, Stuart. Looks like James has just got in on the first end, one to Wilcox. Mick, what are your thoughts on this final now?
Well, I'm very interested. I've just been over to see Graham and Duncan having a look at the book, and 7-4 was James and 2-5 was Greg. I think that's a little bit odd, really, given that I know how James can play this green. But money talks, money makes the odds, so that's where the money's gone.
Yeah, you're probably right. I mean, Greg was 3-1 going out at the start of the night, and James must have been some big prize. I don't know what price he would have been.
Yeah.
So I can't see many people, apart from his family, maybe backing him early on.
No.
And I think a lot of people would have backed Greg. But bigger disasters have happened at sea.
They have indeed. Once again, we've got the left hand and the right hand, both of them with a definite swing. So I would imagine from when the ball hits the deck from the mat, there'll be 2 foot difference at least.
Yeah.
So we'll see who's cleverer, maybe, at using the crown with his delivery.
I quite often think in instances like this that the experience of finals should be telling. And Greg this year has probably won 7 or 8 competitions.
Yes.
Big competitions as well. James is going to have to play one of his best games of the season, I feel, to win this. He's got to handle all the nerves and all expectations of what's coming with this game. It's a Champion of Champions qualifier for next year as well.
Yes, indeed.
So, there's a lot riding on this game. Looks like Smith's got one here to make it one apiece.
It'll be interesting to see. As normal as this game is, we've seen Greg play the short marks, lead very, very well, and James, I would, suggest it's going into the corners like he normally does, and he plays them very well on here. So it's going to be interesting to see who breaks each other's game up.
The green will die. It dies at this time when the sun has gone down, and with Greg playing a bit longer, James has been off green for nearly an hour.
Yeah,
it might take its toll, although obviously James got it first end, but it does die when the sun goes down.
Yeah, Greg's led one there, 18-20 inch short. James has gone 4 or 5 foot past. Greg's trying to get back on the mark that he favours on the green. Some peg to the Pudsey bowling stand and finger peg back to where he is. Played another one.
Yeah, slide 2 good bowls.
Pressure bowls, putting them near, short and simple, making his opponent think about everything that he does. Can he get by him? Run up the back of Smith's ball.
Great effort.
Yes, it would have won it, missing it, but as we say, it didn't miss, so it didn't win.
That's right. That's what happens that counts.
But they have been playing 22 yards, 23 yards, most of the top players now.
Yeah, or maybe it's that they're more confident of putting the balls nearer to making their opponents have a look at 6-inch balls every end, which is an added pressure.
Yeah, it certainly is.
They've all got a big strike in them as well nowadays, haven't they?
Yeah.
Callum's got a hammer.
It's a big asset in your armoury.
It is indeed.
All of them, Greg. young Ryan Prosser, who played at Old Bank with Greg, won the Murfield Old Bank pairs the other night, knocking them off for fun. Greg's give this a chance. He's just gone past it and gone out.
Now then, James,
Played
he
a
should
rest
pair
back.
here.
He needs to pair, Mick.
He needs to pair,
He needs to
absolutely.
pair.
In a final, you've got to use both balls.
Yeah, when
It's
you get
no
the
good
chance,
one on the
you've got
block.
to take it,
Absolutely.
and he's taken it,
Well done.
2 good balls there.
hoping to put pressure on. End after end. This is a good one.
Yeah, it's
Good
well.
and hot road.
Good ball there.
Good
This is
ball,
something
good
that he's
lead.
not been doing. You see, he's walking up after him.
Absolutely, yeah. Getting right into the game. Full credit to Greg.
Yeah.
After last year, bitterly disappointed, although he must be. He's come through all the qualifiers, and once again, we see him in the final. So it's a big achievement for the lad. He's done really well.
Yeah. This is his 14th game on the green, and he's won 12 of them. And this is his 13th if he wins this. So 13 out of 14 in a comp like this is some going.
It is indeed.
Dropped 1 point out of that. You only got 20 in the final last year. That's
Yeah.
1 point lost.
Yeah. Phenomenal. When you're coming into the Yorkshireman's backyard, you know, all the top Yorkshiremen, and you've got some good ones. He's like Graham Wilson the last 2 years in the qualifying rounds.
Yeah, yeah,
You know, it's a fantastic feat what he's done
it is.
for a lad of only 20-something, 21.
Loads of years in front of him at top class level. It's great, is that? It's
Yeah,
great to
yeah.
see. The game's still
Absolutely.
alive. Stroke that one out.
Wants to run this, Mick.
It does.
Wants to run a yard to get one. Down that hill now.
Just made another maybe.
James is trying to save or win.
He's reached.
He has. He needs a little hit. He's hit the nearest ball. 2 down.
2 to Greg now then.
It's all downhill, that, isn't it? All downhill,
All
Mark,
downhill
and probably all
finish,
back
yeah.
uphill, back up. I
Yeah.
think it's size the green as well. The green's such a big green, you don't
Yeah.
realise how big the crown is. But it's one of the biggest down, I think.
Yes, exactly. And plus the fact that this is more the conditions that the lads that have been playing in when they qualified. Won it. Yeah,
That's a good ball.
Good ball. Yeah, these are the conditions that the green would have been like when they came to qualify, not like it was in the afternoons. And I think that's why they're probably playing them a bit nearer in this game,
Yeah.
because it's more
Yes,
to their
yes, you could be right, Mike. I think
liking.
Jimmy's got the corners in his mind now.
Yeah, yeah. Needs to run a yard. Needs to run a yard down that hill. And yet when he played Chris, he didn't want to go in the corners, did he? He wanted to cut the green.
Yes.
Does
Yeah,
he think,
tried to
does
cut
he
it in
think he
half.
can't beat Greg cutting the green in half?
Well, I tried that last time he got hold of the block.
Good ball, won it.
Good
Dead
ball. You
length.
see, you have to lead against Greg.
He's
2 foot is not enough.
He's doing what he was doing last year. He's beating the lead straight away.
Yeah.
He's not giving that person the chance
Wants
to
to run.
compile a break.
Wants to run
Just
for a
he
good
wants to
one.
give it him.
Good ball.
No, good ball.
Inch away.
Want to be dying in that, didn't it? It kept
Yes,
going and going and
yes.
going.
I think Greg will be playing just a little bit over here.
Yeah, difficult to beat otherwise.
Yeah,
he's
he's
got
hoping to
to
chip it out. He's not a mile off.
gap.
Just on the gap.
Got his gap again.
This is inside. It's inside the road, but if it's a length, he's right. He's going to be
It's
short.
short
He's
to
struggling
me.
to reach.
Yes. We're going to be joined by Mr. Wraight in a minute, Callum Wraight,
Yeah.
first round loser. Again. He lost to my teammate from Rochdale, Mr. Leach.
Well, there's still room here.
Stuart's just going to take a bit of a break while Callum comes in. Greg's lying too. And a word from our Callum.
Good evening, Michael.
Good evening, mate.
What's your thoughts on the final so far?
Greg's playing like Greg plays,
Nice.
with a lot of confidence. Not worried about where his balls are going, just concentrating on putting the pressure on.
Yeah.
I
to
thought it was
compete.
imperative that you got off to a good start, James, really.
Yeah.
And got a lead early on.
Yeah.
We would have settled him down a bit.
Yes, he had to put the pressure on Greg right from the word go. He got in the first end,
Yeah.
but then he let it slip after that. And Greg's been playing these little marks and playing them quite tidy,
Yeah.
making James look at 18-inch balls after end after end after end.
Is he having a look here or?
I think he might be underneath.
If he's underneath the
He's
dead,
right.
2.
absolutely down there.
He's making a breakaway now.
Yeah. It's going to be.
No, it's getting to the crucial stage for Greg. This has reached. This has reached.
Jeez.
Oh. My word.
Right in the backside.
Yeah, it were probably going out as well, but we'll never know. But it's made Greg into a decent ball now, rather than a bad ball, and he's coming for 2. If he nails one on here to go 14-5 in front,
Lies 14-5. They're not good uns, are they?
no.
They're not very good. There is room.
If he's going to win this handicap, he's got to beat these 2
He has
balls.
indeed.
He's not overreached, you know.
He's got a good one.
Played one.
He's got a good
You're
one.
right, Michael.
Good
Beg
ball.
your pardon.
Yes, I think he'd have been coming off.
Definitely needed to get in that end.
I think other players might have been striking at them 2 short balls.
Probably right, Michael. I think I'd even backed you to draw one in there, though, to be honest.
Well, if this is a length, it wins.
Down a track.
Give
Yeah.
it a chance. It's
Yes.
dipped.
He's
Look
cocked
That
up.
whipping up there.
at that.
There's a big difference in bias on
Must
looking
be.
at those
Looks to
2
be
balls.
there, doesn't there?
Must be a lot stronger, Greg's ball.
Unless it's the way that James comes across
Left hand,
himself.
right, yeah.
Yes.
James comes from out to in.
I was speaking to Greg before the start of this game. He's never played James before, so I thought that's something he could have got maybe done with the first few ends. James's delivery, because he does come quite a shot across himself.
Yes, he
Yeah.
does.
Strike him with this. 1 down.
He's such a good striker.
Got it.
Full in the face. Great strike.
Fantastic strike.
Yep. 1 to Smith.
Just pulling away now.
I agree with what you're saying there, but I think with all due respect, Stuart, playing in the final of maybe the Leeds, district at singles is a bit different to playing in the final of the Cleckheaton, Hillcrest, Pudsey, Elland, Spen, you name it. And I just think for someone of his ability, I would have expected him to have got in a 2 or 3 finals by now, or maybe won a couple.
Especially with the people that he's beat tonight.
Yeah, but he obviously beats them, but he can beat them players all the time. But it's in that situation, Mike, isn't it?
Yeah,
It
yeah.
is.
But half the time he's not even put balls on roads.
Yeah. He's trying to break through. I think there's a lot of good young players in Yorkshire.
Yeah.
But it only seems to be, to me anyway, when it wins the major competitions as I class them, one of the ones that bring all the top, outsiders in. The only 2 that seem to do it on a regular basis at that age here is Scott Fisher and James Davison.
Yeah,
You're
you're
a
probably
lot
right.
of other good young talent, but they just don't seem to win the sweeps.
Wants to run. It's on a good road. These balls run quite well, Stuart.
They do indeed. I've been
Just gonna
surprised.
die.
Stuart
Just
knows
dive
his
round
stuff. He knows
corner.
his green, does Stuart.
Aye.
Napped that from hand. Was a proper ouncer's call that was, Michael, wasn't it?
Yeah, this is round the corner and short as well. Disappointed is James, which he should be playing in a final. And getting
Is it-
balls like that. This
this
one
is
is
not-
over here to touch. It wants to
It's
stop.
not a toucher, Michael, this is
No,
it.
as long as it stops, it's all right,
Just go
Callum.
in, but
That's all he
done its
needs.
enough, yeah. Played safe.
That's all he needs. He doesn't need touches when you've got 6 foot to get in.
On a-
Save your touches for when you need them.
Yeah. On a 7 or 8 point lead as well.
Yeah, yeah.
From when we were talking last year, Mike, would you say Greg Stotter's improved a bit, or would you just say that it only comes into fruition when he's under extreme pressure?
It's improved a hell of a lot,
Yeah.
but it gets worse as the pressure gets built up.
Seems to be the back end of the game
Back
is
end
when
of
it
the
comes
game.
into,
From 14, 15 onwards, if someone can put him under pressure, it does.
You've got to get near him first. Haven't you?
Yes, exactly.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, you've got to keep on his shirt tails.
Now
This
then,
wants to
James.
run. He wants to run.
Yeah.
He's narrow a bit as well.
He's hit it and still not gone in.
Seems to be slipping away now
Yes,
from James.
he's kicking his balls in now. Is James not happy?
Greg's gaining in confidence. It's
I've not played it, Greg. Callum, I know you probably played him several times. Does it affect your thinking when he's starting on the green a little bit and slowing the game down? Does it affect you and how you play your game?
It's a fair question, Stuart. It's one that quite a lot of bowlers seem to ask. I've only ever played Greg once. I played him 2 years ago in a competition at Woodlands in Doncaster, and that was a 31 up, so obviously a longer format game. And yeah, I suppose the first maybe 10 or 15 ends, it did take me a bit to get used to it, because he was up and down, sometimes 3, 4, 5 times like he can be, Mike. But I think as a top player, you do get used to it after the initial first few dozen ends. But I just think rather than knock yourself out of rhythm, I think it just must be awful for the lad himself. I mean, nobody really knows what he's going through, but it must be difficult to
absolutely.
To be able to struggle to let them go. I mean, you see a lot of top sportsmen have that
Sending
trouble
them
in all various different sports, don't you? It's only like Eric Bristow having the dartitis, and.
If he were doing it on purpose, I'd say yes, it would get to you. But because he's not doing it on purpose,
you forget about it, don't you?
I think you've got to forget that, because you know that's what you're going to get. Not because he wants to put you off your stride.
He always seems to pull out a good bowler after
Yes.
his weight. He waits and waits and waits till he's right, and then he pulls out the best bowler, the winning bowl, every time nearly.
Yeah, you're right, Stuart. 9-18, Smith leads.
Strangely enough, this mark here looks like a nothing mark, a straight mark down the green. But when he gets to the far edge, there's a ridge just past the jack, and if you hit that ridge, you can sail a yard through without
Knowing it, without being
few
anything
inch over
over.
when you go a yard through.
Yeah,
And you're trying to adjust, and you end up being a yard and a half short.
yeah.
Being bang in line with James's delivery there, you do see, how
The out to
pronounced, that outside in, and he sort of spins the ball across his body almost.
This has got a chance if it's reached. Haven't got a clue.
Must be good ale tonight, Michael. That's all I can say.
They must have been somewhere else drinking
I
then.
don't know.
They can't get served in here after they've had 2 or 3 drinks. And Stuart won't let them. They get a bit too rowdy. It's a gentleman's club, this.
I wouldn't have been liking to.
That's why they won't let me in.
You're quite right there, Mike. I'm glad I've not been drinking what Stephen Gilroy's been drinking tonight anyway. Was he underneath or not?
Yes.
Well, Stuart says he's alright.
He's in amongst them with this.
That's a good effort.
One to
What a-
Drake.
what
What
a
a good
good
ball.
ball that
What
is.
a good ball that was. Right pace and everything.
All length down there, but that was a good ball.
Yeah.
Easy to leave it a yard short on top of hill, Mike.
Yeah, his road's perfect. Road's perfect. It'll come round the touch. It's just a foot short on the road. Well, he's brought it inside. Has he reached? Wants to get over that hill.
Looks to have gone it from here, doesn't it?
Yep.
Yes. Wade in
Greg's
that
playing at this
Greg's
one,
in that.
striking at it.
Got it. Ooh. Referee nearly got it then.
Now then, James, you need another one, lad.
Yes, he does, Mick. I know his chances of winning are very, very slim, but he definitely needs 2 here.
And he's drifting out. Just
Yeah, fell
failed.
the wrong way, only 1. 19-9, Smith leads.
He needs to score in this corner. He's not scoring in the corner yet. Every time he's gone in the corner, he's lost the lead. He's going to score here. Then he can have a little run if he gets a run with it.
This is
I
underneath.
think he's played a good jack here, Mike. Do you think he'll catch Greg underneath? That's surely got to be the plan. There's a left-hander right, and he'll come
Greg
across
went
himself and go
over the top
underneath.
last time.
Did he? You
But
thought
then
you'd
put it
have
right
thought he'd be
side.
catching
It's
him
low
underneath
enough
there,
this time.
exactly like this. You know, it was
Yeah.
almost certain that was going to happen. Left hand or right. I napped it before he'd let it go. Yeah, he was always going to be underneath for me. It's a big swing across himself that James has got, and there's obviously a ridge like you.
Just wants
know
to
there,
get up
and
a touch. Get up with his other one.
Is he going to smash these? I think he.
No, I think there's too big a gap between them.
No. Oh. It's the first. It's the worst bit we've seen.
He's under
Has he gone
again.
under again?
He wants to get up pretty quick.
He's going down with his
Oh,
first
yeah.
one.
Well,
Now then, James, this is your chance. This is your chance, James.
you can easily buzz one to far playing
It's
this
such a
distance.
big crown.
And I think that's exactly what James has done here.
Yeah.
It's so easy to buzz one out.
But it's so easy to leave it 4 yards
You
short.
can leave it on the
Callum.
top and look like a fool,
Yeah.
can't you? You
Yeah.
know, it's a fine line.
Well, if he nails one here.
Well, he seems to have put some beans in that, or am I mistaken?
He's too far missing.
By his standards,
No.
he's not actually played his best bowl, so I
No,
don't think.
no.
But
Is this going to come round the corner?
I think he wins if he's a length. It's all about if he's a length, Mike.
Yeah,
I think
it's gonna
you're
come
walking
now.
if he's a length.
Since you came to the commentary position, Greg's played poor. I thought he played very well until you came here, Callum.
Do you think?
I'm certain of
Well,
it.
I've been watching him all night because I've had a bit of a vested interest, and I've not been impressed with the way he's played.
I've had a vested interest as well, Callum.
Because, you know, I'm a big fan of the way he plays the game, and he plays a similar type of game to myself. But
But he plays a nearer than you.
he does. You're right there. I don't disagree with that. But I just don't think he's been on his A game tonight. But doesn't
No,
that tell you how
no,
good a
he's
player
not.
he is? How class a
Yeah.
player. If he can turn up in third gear and still win a tournament of
needs
this
to hit.
stature.
Good lead.
Yep, you're right.
No.
This needs to
Yeah.
hit as well.
Oh.
And it has.
What a ball.
That's what this kid can
Is that
do.
good enough for
He
game?
can knock you sick.
I'd say that's good enough for me, Mike.
Well, as long as he's not short, he's not happy with it. He's leaning as though it's underneath. He's leaning.
Oh.
He's hit it
Done
and
it.
he's knocked it
What a
out.
made
ball that
one.
is. Greg's not happy, as if that's James's last bowl sort of run and then sort of maybe pegged round a bowl's width, because he seems to be struggling to get at it, that peg now. And maybe he's going to have to turn over and go the round peg in, Mike. What do
He
you
is
think?
doing, Callum. He is going to play
I'll have
his
a go
finger
there.
at
Won't be
it
short.
on the round
Bowling
peg.
it, bowled it other way.
He's just going to nip.
Yep. Just got it tight.
Mm.
Not
What are
short
we
ball
at
must have been
now?
away there.
He's not short, and he's far enough.
And he'll be thinking.
Definitely far enough anyway, I know that. It's got to go out the back missing, surely.
Yep. Just sneaked out. But he
Can
found
James
the
better
road.
his lead? Can he better his lead?
No, he wants to run.
I don't think his pace is too bad if he's on a road. He just doesn't seem to be
Are
on a
you
road
sure?
to me. You're right, Mike.
If he can take 6 inch out of his first, he wins.
Ooh. Got a bit of thunder just as Greg's about to release his ball. That was about 7 attempts, that. He
Yes.
must have knew he was going to send the winning ball, that's all I can say.
It's far enough.
Far enough
He
to
doesn't
win.
like it.
reached.
He doesn't like
He
it.
thinks he's buzzed it out, but I'm not.
Doesn't like it.
I think
I'll
it's
tell
going to
you
go
that
out the
for a
back
fact.
again, isn't he?
He needs to hit, and he's gone underneath and gone out. He knew he'd reached.
Well,
He stood there with his hands on his hips, having a big.
well, the locals now starting to get a bit more vocal, and they're going to try and get on Greg's case. I tell you now, Mike, another 2 ends from James, and Greg will certainly be thinking about last year.
Every 1 point he gets, it's going into Greg's head now.
If he gets another ending, the crowd will start remembering last year as well, Mike.
Yeah.
What's in the barricade will come.
Greg will be remembering it as well.
One bowl though, one bowl. He only needs one bowl.
I know these are tough corners, Mike, but that last end was a terrific opportunity to win the competition, wasn't it? You'd love to have 2 bowls to beat James's lead there to win the comp.
He had 2 bowls
Exactly.
like that last year to win the
Oh, you're right,
competition, and with more room.
More room than that, yeah.
And James
Has he not reached
he
again?
wants to run.
He's
he
not
wants
happy.
to run. It's going to be 3 yards short when it
Now,
lands.
he should get in here, should Greg.
Greg just wants to
It's
take
not-
a deep breath.
It's not as difficult coming this way as the other way was.
A little bit of heckling going on here as well now, Mike.
Oh, he's got it out first time, which is a good sign.
He's not overreached, has he?
No, he's not too far. He didn't want to be too far, but it's going to win
He's
it.
got to win.
It's going to win it. The further it goes, the better now.
Yeah, he's looking at one here
Further
to
it
beat
goes, the
now.
better.
It's
Good
ended
ball.
up real for him. Them bowls are fantastic runs.
They do. I think a lot of it's on his delivery as well. He has a sweet follow through.
It's further
This
than his
wants to
first.
run.
It's further than his first. I'm not sure if it's going to get there, but it's definitely further than his first.
I think it's just going to sneak in. No, it's not. It's give up.
No, stuck
Give up.
out.
James doesn't
Stuck
want to
out.
shake hands yet. Anyone wants to have a look himself. James.
It's over. Yeah,
Smith
last year's
laid
runner-up,
in.
this year's winner.
Well done to Greg Smith and lucky to James Wilcox. Callum?
Yeah, big well done to Greg, really. Pleased for him, really, considering the manner of what he lost in last year's final. Hard lines to James, and I'm sure with the talent he's got, it shouldn't be too long before he's in another major final.
Please say now I'm joined with the 2014 Pudsey Classic winner Greg Smith in the infamous Greg's Corner. A bit of a monkey off your back, that one, Greg, after last year.
Yeah, it's played on my mind for a good few months after it actually happened, right down there. But you know, I've got off to a good start in the final. And it's great to get it out the way, and hopefully I can win many more.
It looked to be tonight that you didn't play at your best early on, but in the final you certainly went up a gear.
Yeah, I was struggling to make my twos all the way through, but you know, I started off about 4 apiece, I think, and then I went 13, 14, 6 up, and that's when I'm at my best, when I'm making my twos.
Did you find there was much difference with the green playing it under lights at the end of the night in the final as opposed to playing it early on when it was a bit quicker?
The only thing I did notice is the sun came over the faster half of the green, and it sort of made it an even pace where usually you're looking for a yard to run the fast side, and it just wasn't doing it. But really, all over it was beautiful to play. No bumps, not a blemish on it, and it ran beautiful for the time of year.
And booking an early place in the Champ of Champs for next year, you'll be pleased about that as well?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, after missing out last week, 21-19 in the semi, I just wanted to get back there and try and get that monkey off my shoulder as well, really. I always look forward to Blackpool, and to have no pressure of winning something else next year also helps, yeah.
And finally, it must be nice to know that you can come up to Yorkshire again without your mate Brian and do the business on your own.
Yeah, I mean, you lot love Brian, I know you do. He's carried me through at Murfield, to be fair, this year, and he loves it. He'll be back up with me, along with you know, Elliot and probably the Palmers. Yeah, we always look forward to coming here. You know, it's just great setup.
Well done, Greg. Enjoy the victory, and I'm sure it'll be a sweeter journey home this year. So there we have it, the 10th consecutive year of the Pudsey Classic, and Greg finally gets his name on the winner's board. It just goes to show what happens when you let it go. Thanks for watching.
Wow, he thinks he's clapping his hands. He thinks he's boss one out. He's never not made 2 here.
He's nearly to far and underneath. It's going
He's
off.
never. Oh, no. Well.
20 apiece.
I've seen it all, Mike.
Have a learning curve.
Definitely for me, definitely. I think he'll learn a lot from that tonight. He'll be absolutely devastated when he gets home, having had probably a good maybe 2.5, 3 yards to get in for game, second to last end. We can just see how distraught he is in the middle of the green now.
The snow glows white on the mountain tonight, not a footprint to be seen. A kingdom of isolation, and it looks like I'm the queen. The wind is howling like this swirling storm inside. Couldn't keep it in, heaven knows I've tried. Don't let them in, don't let them see. Be the good girl you always have to be. Conceal, don't feel, don't let them know. Well, now they know. Let it go, let it go. Can't hold it back anymore. Let it go, let it go. Turn away and slam the door. I don't care what they're going to say. Let the storm rage on. The cold never bothered me anyway. It's funny how some distance makes everything seem small, and the fears that once controlled me can't get to me at all. It's time to see what I can do to test the limits and break through. No right, no wrong, no rules for me. I'm free. Let it go, let it go. Can't hold it back anymore. Let it go, let it go. Turn away and slam the door. I don't care what they're going to say. Let the storm rage on.
Oh, we're all watching. No, must be a toilet. I can honestly say, Mike, I've never seen that happen in the semi-final or the final.
It was a bit, was it a quick move?
It was
Move
quick
break,
move.
wasn't it?
It was.
Took me that long to find mine.
I'm never going back. The past is in the past. Let it go, let it go. I'll rise like the break of dawn. Let it go, let it go. That perfect girl is gone.
Smith,
Last year's
weighed
runner-up,
in.
this year's winner.
In the light.
Well done to Greg Smith.
Let the storm rage on. Cold never bothered me anyway.
Online, on demand, on bluebordersports.co.uk.